Have you ever heard the saying, reciting the Buddha's name dispels sin, brings blessings, and calms the mind? For many, this phrase may seem like an old spiritual formula, a ritualistic chant reserved for monks and nuns in distant temples. But what if reciting the Buddha's name is not just a religious formality, but a powerful remedy for the restless heart, a timeless practice that could help us heal, find peace, and transform our lives amid the chaos of the modern world? In today's world, we are confronted by countless pressures every single day. The relentless pace of life, the digital noise, the pursuit of success, and the expectations of those around us all weigh heavily on our shoulders. Inner tranquility and peace of mind seem to slip further away as we are swept along by the current of urgent tasks and relentless worries. Yet in the face of all this, a quiet revolution is taking place. The practice of reciting the Buddha's name, once the domain of the deeply religious, has emerged as a profound spiritual technique accessible to anyone, regardless of their background or beliefs. This simple yet powerful practice offers us a path to reduce stress, to gently soothe our wounded hearts, and to lead us towards a life of mindful presence and enduring serenity. Today, let's explore the hidden strengths of this ancient method. We'll journey from scientific discoveries to personal experiences and witness the remarkable transformations that can take place in daily life, all through the act of reciting the Buddha's name. But before we delve deeper, let's face a reality that is affecting people everywhere. We are living in an era marked by anxiety, disconnection, and uncertainty. Young people in particular are grappling with depression and a loss of direction, feeling adrift in a world that often feels overwhelming and unforgiving. Adults are burdened with financial worries, family responsibilities, and the constant pressure to succeed. Meanwhile, the elderly contend with loneliness, fears about illness, and thoughts of mortality. All of us, regardless of age or circumstance, can find ourselves trapped in cycles of negative thinking, unable to escape feelings of fear, frustration, or despair. So how can we break free from this spiral of negativity? Is there a simple, effective, and practical method that we can integrate into our busy lives? Something that doesn't require us to withdraw from the world, but instead helps us thrive within it? The answer may lie in the practice of reciting the Buddha's name. But what exactly does it mean to recite the Buddha's name? At its core, this practice involves repeating the name of a Buddha, most commonly Amitabha Buddha, or in Vietnamese, Nam Mo A Di Da Phật. This can be done aloud, silently in your mind, or even as a gentle intention in your heart. The purpose is not simply to repeat words. It is to create a point of focus, to anchor the mind, and to invite a sense of peace and stability. The effects of this practice are multidimensional. On a mental level, it quiets the inner chatter, helping to ward off distracting and troubling thoughts. On a physical level, it encourages slow, steady breathing, which calms the body and reduces tension. Over time, consistent practice can bring about subtle but profound changes in our behavior. We become more patient, more compassionate, and more resilient in the face of adversity. Through the process of mindful recitation, we also open ourselves to the possibility of repentance and awakening, transforming past regrets and negative habits into seeds of wisdom and understanding. But you might wonder, is there any evidence for these claims? What does science say about the power of reciting the Buddha's name? In recent years, researchers have turned their attention to the effects of spiritual repetition, whether it be a sacred mantra, a prayer, or the name of a deity. The findings are remarkable. Studies have shown that repeating a meaningful phrase or name leads to decreased activity in the areas of the brain associated with anxiety and rumination. Heart rate slows, blood pressure stabilizes, and the body's stress response is soothed. People report greater life satisfaction, reduced symptoms of depression and anxiety, and an overall increase in psychological well-being. The beauty of this practice is its accessibility. You don't need any special equipment or a secluded meditation hall. You can recite the Buddha's name quietly as you drive to work, allowing each repetition to ease the tension in your body and calm your mind. Before bed, a few minutes of gentle recitation can help you release the worries of the day and drift into deep, restorative sleep. When anger flares up in challenging situations, taking a moment to silently repeat the Buddha's name can cool the fires of emotion and help you respond with clarity and compassion. Even in moments of anxiety or fear, this practice offers a lifeline, a way to return to your center, to find stability and confidence within. These small, consistent acts of mindful recitation can add up to something extraordinary. Over time, you may notice a subtle shift, a greater sense of inner calm, a new patience with yourself and others, and a growing ability to meet life's challenges with grace and resilience. By connecting with the sacred through the simple act of recitation, you build a sanctuary of peace within yourself, a refuge that you can return to again and again no matter what storms may arise. Have you ever tried reciting the Buddha's name? If so, consider sharing your experience. Each journey is unique, and by sharing, we help one another grow and learn together. If you wish to explore more about meditation, mindfulness, and the practical application of Buddhist wisdom in daily life, there is much more to discover. Remember, transformation begins with a single step, or in this case, a single breath, a single word, a single moment of presence. May you find peace, strength, and clarity on your path. Namo Amitabha Buddha.